I liked what you said earlier about your approach to security at a church. It's like a layered, I believe it was onion in your word. So talk about that layered approach. What does that look like for a house of worship?
Sure. So the key there is to have different layers, or as we say, onion approach to security, starting out in the parking lot. So the threat typically is going to be coming from the parking lot. So to have volunteers or security staff in the parking lot who are in communication with those inside the building, so that if they observe a threat or something unusual outside the building, they can communicate with those inside. And if the threat is severe enough, such as someone with a weapon, the ability to then lock down the building before the threat ever comes inside the building. Then from there, from kind of the parking lot security to those greeters right outside the door, the outside greeters, who again are observing for anything unusual or a threat. Again, with the ability to communicate to those inside in case they observe a threat. Then the next layer would be those inside the building, ideally just inside the doors. Again, it can be greeters or security staff who are watching for threats or those things that are unusual, things to keep an eye on, people to keep an eye on just based on how they're acting, moving, or even wearing. For example, wearing a heavy coat during the summertime. And again, being able to communicate with the security team inside. And then move to the sanctuary. We have a number of houses of worship that have security folks in kind of strategic spots, jump seats, if you will, both at the back of the sanctuary, knowing that very often the threat would come up, the aisle in the middle of the sanctuary. And then also at the front of the sanctuary, so that if there is someone approaching the podium, the platform, that they're able to intervene at that point. And again, ideally, that each of these layers has some way of communicating with each other and with the security team to let them know what's going on.
Right.